let's start from a factual basis. You have had in Colombia for over 60 years a two-party system which was ruled with an iron hand over any kind of political opposition. Peasant movements, there were over 50,000 people killed in what they called the violence of the 50s. 40s and 50s. There was a populist leader who was assassinated named Gaitan in 1948 that led to a mass uprising. Today, Colombia is the most dangerous place for three categories of people: journalists, human rights workers, and trade unionists. Outside of Iraq, I would say. The death squads have supposedly been demobilized, but we know there are over 10,000 of these killers that still collaborate with the military. In other words, what we would consider as normal electoral democratic politics are very precarious in Colombia, to say the least. Secondly, the FARC has accepted 3 times to negotiate a peaceful resolution of the conflict. And each time the government has broken off negotiations, and in the case of the negotiations during 1984 to 1990, over 5,000 electoral politicians who came out of the FARC to participate in electoral politics were murdered, including 3 presidential candidates. Particularly, this took place, these killings, after the FARC-supported electoral party won 16 or 18% of the popular vote, electing congressmen, senators, etc. So we can say this, that the conditions, security conditions for participating in electoral, legal, social movement politics don't exist in Colombia. So what are the alternatives? One is to engage in armed struggle. The other is to leave the country and go to a peaceful place like Slovenia and engage in electoral politics. Or the other is just to become apolitical or decide to give up your principles and join one of the existing parties that basically support the capitalist system, that are not interested in land reform and not interested in attacking the military mafia that controls the state apparatus. These are the real choices on the ground that you have to deal with if you live in Colombia. No abstractions about electoral versus armed politics. If you're serious about structural changes, the likelihood that your party will survive with any modicum of security is zero.